Our status determines how we are perceived by others. In the community, there are three different status levels. There are those with very low status, while there are those with medium status, and those with very high status. The beauty of status is that someone with a very low status can upgrade themselves and move to either the medium status level or the high status level, while someone with high status can lose their status level and become either medium or low status. Irrespective of a person's current status, it can be changed based on their actions and reaction to their current status level. However, some have high status because of their birth family, while others developed their status in some powerful ways and maintained it. Watch till the end to learn one of the powerful proven ways you can upgrade your status in society. Be integral to your belief. History's most impactful figures all had something in common. They were steadfast in their convictions and essential to them. Remember, if Gandhi had changed his mind and decided that the British rule of India was fine, if Martin Luther King gave up because it was too difficult to end social segregation, or if Nelson Mandela was paid to support apartheid in South Africa, they would not likely enjoy the same level of respect as they do today. These men were so powerful because they had ethics. People who are dedicated to their beliefs are respected. It demonstrates a certain amount of inward fortitude and aggressiveness, and in return, it raises your social status. Consider your interests and how you can eventually pursue your passions. People will perceive you as a person on a mission, as long as you are looking forward, consistently investing in your future, and striving for something more than yourself. It will be simpler to guide others and yourself to the finish line if you develop this sense of direction and are aware of what you want out of life. Also, develop powerful body language. Your status level has a lot to do with the way people see you. The first impression people have of you is determined by your body language. People will interpret your body gestures, and this will make them determine if you are someone with a high status or someone with a low status. If you are perceived as someone with low status, it will be difficult to eventually change the orientation of those people. This is why your body language must always exude a powerful aura. There are ways to work on your body language to show a powerful stand in society. Never be caught unfresh. One of the ways to work on body language is to always ensure to never be caught looking unkempt. When going out, always make sure you look clean and not dirty. When you look dirty, people will see a person who doesn't know what they are doing. But when you look clean, you will be seen as someone from a reputable background, and they will want to relate to you. Always dress well. Your clothes can reveal a lot about who you are. This doesn't mean you should go out of your way to buy expensive clothes so that you can dress to impress the community. Instead, you should learn some basic dressing etiquette, which will help you get better with your dress sense. It is always easy to recognize the royal family through their clothing alone. The royal family knows the importance of dressing, and so should you. You should always be cautious about the way you dress in public if you want to increase your status. Always smell nice. This is one truth so many people want to run away from. When people are with you, what smell do they get from you? Are you sure you smell great to the extent that they want to always be close to you? Or do they always move in the opposite direction just because they are afraid of your body odor? Coco Chanel said, "No elegance is possible without perfume. It is the unseen, unforgettable, ultimate accessory. Always use good cologne. It doesn't have to be the most expensive type, but it should be able to overcome any form of body odor. Give something of value to others." In any society, the people with the highest status are the people who give the most value to the community. When people notice someone is valuable, they want to get close to him so they can gain value from him. If you want to gain social status, you should consider doing things that give value to others. You need to determine the value you can give to people that they will always want to get and be consistent with it. People will regard you as someone of high status if you provide value and solutions. They will see you as a solution provider and will always want to associate with you. If you notice that the value needed in the community is the value you have no idea of, then you need to learn the needed value for the community. Remember that it is not about you, but about what others require of you. Develop your leadership skills. Leaders in the community are often the ones given the highest social status by the people. If you want to gain more status, you need to develop your leadership skills if you do not have one. Leaders have a way of influencing the people in the community, which is why anyone who wants to gain status must have leadership skills. Here are a few ways you can develop leadership skills. Be a reader. One of the most popular African leader, Nelson Mandela, knows the value of reading and got his moral values from reading. Readers are leaders because they see the world in a wider way than their peers. A book holds a lot of powerful knowledge that can both liberate and put people in bondage. If you want to develop your leadership skills, then you should give yourself time to read. Take on more projects. A leader gets involved anytime there is a project to be done. They do not wait to be called before they volunteer and make themselves available for the project. They learn not to take more than they can chew, but they also make sure they take enough projects. When they see that there is a need for volunteers, they show up without expecting any reward just for the success of the project. Resolve conflict. Leaders always want their surroundings to be peaceful. They always want to be the solution provider and not the one causing the problem. With this, they help the community and gain more status. Always seek to resolve conflict and not be the one to cause conflict, and you will be seen as a leader. Build positive traits and qualities. To gain status in society, you should develop a positive image by displaying traits that the public typically finds appealing and admirable. Be a positive role model for others by acting with kindness, openness, friendliness, concern, peace of mind, modesty, generosity, respect, and compassion. These are some examples of appealing qualities that draw people in. You'll most likely be seen as someone of value if your traits and qualities are positive, and this will cause others to hold you in high esteem. If you're immature, possess negative traits, and are aggressive, you are most likely not going to be rated positively by people. People will be attracted to your conduct if they witness you performing acts of kindness, demonstrating compassion, or offering assistance to others, which will raise your social standing. Adapt to a mentality of abundance and not scarcity. For you to gain status, you need to adopt a mentality of abundance and not scarcity. You need to always protect yourself with this mode of conduct. When you see yourself as someone who lacks, when people come to you, they will get the vibes of this mentality and will not want to associate with you. However, if you project yourself as someone who can solve any problem and has an abundance mentality even when there is a lack, you will gain the admiration of others and be rated accordingly. Even when you do not have the money at hand at one point in time, your belief will show you in a good light, and others will be attracted to you. Positive thinking is contagious, and it will help you advance in life. Capitalize on your strength and not your weakness. It is important to know that we all have our strengths and weaknesses. People want to relate to you when they know your strengths, but when they know your weaknesses and their negative impact on your personality, they tend to avoid you. When you are in a community while working on your weaknesses, let your strength be what is shown to people, and they will recognize you as someone with high status. To do this, you have to recognize your strengths and weaknesses so you can be able to capitalize on your strengths and not your weaknesses. Now that you know the powerful ways to gain status, it is important to know the Sigma habits that will make you rich, or the Sigma rules to instantly be more charismatic. Please click on the images, and we'll see you in the next video.